It's a crossover Thursday edition with Matt Derry from Locked On Lions and Marcus Mosher, me from Locked On Cowboys. We are breaking down this Cowboys-Lions Week 6 matchup. Matt, what did the Lions need to do on Sunday to get a W?
Well, first of all, that they cannot turn the ball over. Like I said before, I think the Lions are the better team here. I think it's time to go down to Dallas and win. Cowboys are banged up on defense. Last thing you want to do is fumble the football and give Dallas a short field, a poor interception. When the Lions lost earlier this year against Tampa Bay, Jared Goff had a bad game and threw a couple of balls right to Tampa defenders. Take care of the football. I think that's going to be key for them. The other thing, too, is this pressure situation. Trey Wingo yesterday on Locked On Lions brought up a great point. Dak is better when he's pressured. Most quarterbacks aren't, but his numbers, when he's got somebody in his face, seems to be making these throws. So the Lions have got to figure out how that's going to work. Aiden Hutchinson all day coming off that right defensive edge and wreaking havoc. You want that. You want Hutch to do his thing. But if he's getting there and getting close and Dak's completing throws, what kind of adjustments in game will Aaron Glenn make if Prescott has the hot hand? So that's something to watch as well.
Cowboys great Aaron Glenn, by the way.
That's correct. And I always like to refer to him as future head coach Aaron Glenn. But he's been good. And running the football. Sometimes in games like this, it's the big stage and it's the late window for Fox and Burkhardt and Brady, like you said, could turn into a shootout. I hope Ben Johnson doesn't go that route and figures we still got to run the football. When the Lions are back to balance, Montgomery and Gibbs on the ground, then Goff through the air and utilizing what they have in their O-line, which is their strength, and not getting away from it and turning it into a 50 attempt type game for Goff, I think Detroit will be okay. How about for you guys?
Yeah, for the Cowboys, this is going to have to turn into a shootout. Like, they know they don't have the personnel on defense to hold Detroit under 20 points, right? So you have to be aggressive when you get into scoring positions. Last week, the Cowboys were horrendous in the red zone. Awful. Dak had 2 turnovers inside the 20-yard line. They had 4 turnovers altogether when you include a blocked kick. You can't do that this week and win the game. You're going to have to be darn near perfect in order to pull this off. So go into this game with the idea that you're probably going to need 30 or more points to win. Think of this game as touchdowns, not field goals. If they have that mindset and they can play well on the offensive side of the ball, I think they'll give themselves a chance. And then on defense, it's going to be a tough day at the office. That Detroit's going to score. Don't make it harder on yourself. Don't have pre-snap penalties. Don't jump off sides. Don't give away free yardage. Last week, the Cowboys had 2 personal foul calls on defense. They had several other penalties. The Cowboys have been one of the more high penalized teams in the league. You can't make this any easier on Detroit's offense than it's always going to be. And then capitalize on your opportunities, right? There'll probably be, unless we have another one of those Jared Goff games where he's 18 of 18 or whatever he's going to be, there'll probably be 1 or 2 plays in this game where either the ball is on the ground or the ball is just a little bit thrown behind Amon-Ra St. Brown. You have to capitalize on those turnovers and on those takeaways. Otherwise, this could be a replay of what we saw in week 2 against the Saints when they could have scored 70 points if they wanted to on Dallas. They stopped basically in the second half.
Crazy.
Or the Lion or the Ravens game where they scored 28 points in the first 3 quarters. So when you get your opportunities, you're going to have to make them.
Brother, it's great to see you as always. I'm going to stick with my talk here. I think the Lions are going to win. A ton of respect for what Dallas has done. They're always good. They're always relevant. And I think that I just take Micah Parsons out of the mix. I just love that guy. That's such a big loss. And
I don't think this isn't a must-win game for Dallas, right? Because they won last week. They go 3-3 into the bye. They give themselves a chance. They're just hoping that this team starts to peak in January rather than peaking in October and November, which they did the last couple of years.